But I did think it was funny when Tim the first time said, "Oh yeah, we checked. They're not claiming it. Like Apex is not claiming it." They just lied to you and told you to follow a whale. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
dude.
sure, I'm gonna believe you when you tell me that.
Yeah, Apex confirmed they're not involved.
Yeah, they're not involved. Yeah, they led us on a wild goose chase to follow a whale, and I believe them already. Like,
Yeah, literally across the entire Pacific Ocean. Hear ye, and welcome to the Royal Geek Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Rollison, also known as T-Roll. And tonight I am joined by my very good friend. We have with me tonight Justin Sandoval, a.k.a. Sandy. Justin, we're missing Shimano. We're missing Jordan. But you and I were here. We're gonna talk Monarch. We're gonna talk episode number 9, Ends of the Earth. Wish the boys were here with us, but hey, we're about to jump into it, man. How'd you like this episode?
dude, penultimate episode, right? Isn't this is usually the one where they fire off a whole bunch of cool stuff and amp you up, get you real excited for the finale that's next week. So
That's right.
This one it had elements of that. So there was moments of good. So
I was gonna say I felt that mostly. I mean, there was some things where I was like, but I really enjoyed this episode for the most part. So
yeah, same.
Yeah, man. Excited to talk to you about it. Big shout out to all of our listeners for tuning in. Thank you so much. Follow the podcast, subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen, and let's jump into it. Here we go. Spoiler warning for episode number 9, Ends of the Earth. We start with the Titan X on her way to, of course, how did nobody think about, we were talking about this last week, where are they going? Nobody thought Skull Island. I don't know how we didn't.
I don't know why it was not. It should have been mentioned. It should have been mentioned.
Yeah, it should have been mentioned for sure. On their way to Skull Island, I'm like, dude, we are about to get freaking Titan X, Godzilla, and Kong all fighting. This is going to be epic. And then it's not. Because, dude, Godzilla's like, my job here is done, boys.
Yep,
I'm going to head back to the crib, take a nap. Dude, unbelievable. Just a buzzkill of like, even seeing Lee, he's like, all right, finish the job, Godzilla, looking through the binoculars.
Yep.
And then everyone's like, what if Godzilla like already just accomplished what he was supposed to do? Total buzzkill, Justin.
And no, literally, he gets to saying, what if he already did it? And then he like gives out a scream and goes underwater and swims away.
Yes.
Like, but that was like such a Lee, like he puts down the binoculars, like, shoot. Like you could see it on his body language.
All that for nothing.
Exactly.
Which, again, technically it wasn't for nothing, but it felt like nothing. So, yeah, that makes even more, like, we were talking last week, like, the last episode was awesome in the respect that, no, it wasn't awesome. Wasn't the greatest episode. I think it was a good episode, not the greatest, but it was awesome in the sense that we saw Godzilla, right? And Godzilla's getting into a fight with Titan X. Again, I felt bad for Titan X because, its egg is getting abducted. But it was cool to watch. We got to see a hyper beam. Our douchebag Kiwi dude gets vaporized. That's great. But I thought we would get more, right? And I think that's a little bit of like, we got to remember this is the small screen. This isn't the big screen. So they're leaving us wanting more. But yeah, I wanted more Godzilla, Justin. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, I did too. Especially along the lines of like Godzilla pushing him onto Skull Island, and like it would have been cool.
Pushing her.
Oh yeah, her. Yeah, you're right.
Come on,
Godzilla pushing her onto Skull Island, and then literally it's Titan X in between Godzilla and Kong would have been amazing, absolutely amazing to see,
yes.
And potentially lay down the groundwork on why Godzilla and Kong are going to fight in this universe, which we see in the movies.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Which there's still time.
There's one episode I guess.
Left, yeah.
There is still time, but I have a feeling we're not going to see Godzilla again. I mean, Godzilla, yeah, I don't think we will. But, yeah, I can't remember Kong vs. Godzilla, like, if there was anything, but if there was anything mentioned about, like, why did Godzilla never go to Skull Island? Was he always aware that was Kong's territory?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the big thing in the movie was, I know it's been a while, but they are both Apex, and that's why they've never crossed paths prior to the movie, was because Godzilla is an Apex king, right? And so is Kong. He's also an Apex, and they all kind of have their marked territory. And and so Godzilla knows to leave him alone, and Kong leaves Godzilla alone. So
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah. So Titan X gets to Skull Island. Godzilla's like, my job here's done. This is Kong's problem now. But again, this offshoot, it's not Apex. They made it really like. If there's one thing that was clear in this episode, thanks to Tim, everyone was like, "Who are these people? We don't know who they are." It was like Tim and them didn't realize it was Isabel. Whatever her last name is. I still don't even know because I don't care about her that much. Literally, that's how much I don't care.
This episode made you care even less, to be honest with you. Like, I'm like, have a clear vision. Like, there's not even a clear vision here. It's like, I don't know.
And it's the episode where they tried their best to make us care. But
no, they did. No, I get it. Yeah, I get it. But I did think it was funny when Tim the first time said, "Oh yeah, we checked. They're not claiming it. Like Apex is not claiming it." They just lied to you and told you to follow a whale. Like, okay,
dude.
Sure, I'm gonna believe you when you tell me that.
Yeah, Apex confirmed they're not involved.
Yeah, they're not involved. Yeah, they led us on a wild goose chase to follow a whale, and I believe them already. Like,
yeah. Literally across the entire Pacific Ocean, but we trust him.
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal.
Come on.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. But yeah, dude. Okay, what do you want to start with? What was good or what was bad, or not bad, but just the things you liked or didn't like?
Actually, I think we should start with like what we didn't like. Because to be honest with you, this episode didn't really have that many for me personally. I enjoyed this episode. Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah. If anything, it's funny how okay. Trying to think of the whole Kate Kentaro dynamic.
Ding, ding, ding.
So did you not like Kate, or were you okay with Kate in this one?
I was okay with Kate individually, but them together, like for some reason, okay, yes, for season 1, took a minute to get them on the right wavelength to actually, they actually are brother and sister. Like they're actually, and then Kentaro was vanished in the first part of this season, right? And then now, like when they're talking to each other, I feel like they're both talking to walls. Like there's no emotional play. Like when you and I are having a conversation and I get heated, you are gonna get a little bit like enthusiasm and either get heated back with me or whatever. No, she's like very emotional and enthusiastic while she's trying to get him to change his ways. He's like, this is what I do. Like, I don't care. Like
that's not what this is about.
Yeah, exactly.
It's different now.
Yeah, and I don't understand it. I don't really understand it.
Yeah. Yeah. Kentaro, man, I cannot figure him out. Now, I will say his character, the writing adds a lot in the literal last line of this episode, which we'll get to with Kentaro. But up until that moment, it's like, dude, of course Isabel is playing you in some regard. Like, I hate to be in a place where I'm agreeing with Kate, but that's where we got to. Kate's like right here. Kate's the only person asking, like, who the hell is this chick?
Yeah.
What has she been telling you?
Where did she come from? Why is she important now? Where did she come from?
Yeah, dude, just like, wait, she was hitting on you at a bar and you trust her? Kate's like, I've hit on people at bars. People don't trust me. But, dude, yeah, like, and then the moment, God, this is the kind of crap I didn't like. Isabel's, like, on that spiral staircase, and she's like, hey, if you guys want to go, it's okay. And Kentaro's like, no, I'm going to stay. And then she's like, all right, well, then let's get Kate out of here. Just the whole time, I'm totally butchering those lines because I'm tired and I don't remember exactly the lines. But it was just this petty little, like, classic, like, villain who's, like, trying to be appeasing. And it's, like, ultimately, like, okay, well, we're going to get rid of the problem. Kate's clearly the problem. But it was just, like, the way Isabel delivers these lines, I just, earlier off the pod, we were in the studio here. Jordan, we were waiting for you guys to log on to do some other stuff. And Jordan was going to review this with us, but he's got to wake up really early. It's late now, so he decided not to. But dude, we were just talking about how it is like this girl is like the flattest person ever in like anything maybe not anything I've ever watched, but dude, it is just so flat.
Yeah. She has not been a great addition to the series so far. Like,
no,
especially coming in so late, you think that she would kind of be like a cherry on top of the season, a new character introduction. She's got to be good, right? But so far, I don't really feel like she's contributed much. Like we already had. Okay, so hear me out here, T-Roll. We already had a you versus you versus you with like Monarch, Apex, and then Shaw, and then we're gonna go ahead and just add a fourth one towards the end of the season for no apparent reason at all. Like, I mean, I'm not sure if this is worth it right now at this moment. I'm not 100% sure if this is the direction that the season needs to go. It depends what they do. Depends what the outcome is, because it does sound like there's something here. Towards the end
well,
of the episode.
they're trying to. Isabel is tricking Kentaro to get Titan X to fight Kong, which I'm trying to remember why Kentaro cares. See, that's the thing where it's like, why do you care if Kong gets... You were literally just talking about how you don't care about these things.
Okay, so I think it has to do with the flashback we got when him and his dad were trying to save Kate, and he was just sketching Kong at the tree, and he kind of saw how majestic he was, and his drawing, he really drew him not as a vicious monster, but he drew him like with like a peaceful aura to him.
Okay.
And yeah. I think he had a connection there, and then Kong, remember, he looked at him when he came out behind the tree, and he was like, go away, and he ran away. So I think it has to do with that moment.
That's a stretch, but maybe you're right, but I don't know. The point is, Isabel's annoying. They're trying to open a rift long enough to do time travel.
Okay, so this was interesting here. I don't know how I feel about this. This is why I'm going to put it with my possibly bad take, or possibly bad thing of the episode is she wants to go forward in time to, I guess, see how they advance against the Titans, or she's like, remember, let's go back to the statement she made. What if G-Day never happened? Right? That made us think like we can go backwards in time. But I think what she's talking about is they go forward in time where the Titan situation is already taken care of. That kind of thing. That's what I think of. But
by who? By who? Like, it's just
maybe okay. This may be saved for speculation, but I gotta say
go
now.
For it now.
I got it. Okay. What if they set off some sort of bomb now, and they go into the rift, knowing that the bomb they just set off is going to destroy almost the entire world, but because they're in Axis Mundi, it's not going to affect them. But when they come out, they have a chance to rebuild civilization, that kind of thing. A Titan-free civilization.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how that would work, but that would just be so much to pull off in an episode.
I agree.
And
this has not been greenlit for a season 3 yet. So
I didn't think it was.
Usually around this time, if it's going to continue, it's going to continue. So you hear words.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. But
I don't think it is either.
Maybe it will.
I don't know how much juice you have left to squeeze out of this.
Is Isabel going to be the villain? Because I'll tell you right now, if she's the villain, then there ain't no season 3, bro.
Unless she's going to be one of the villains in the Godzilla movie next year.
Wrap it up. Yeah. The only thing I do want to talk about, everything with Isabel, Kentaro, Kate, all of that, because there's the other storyline with Tim, May, Keiko, and Lee, and these other soldiers they're trying to get us to care about. Whatever. That they're going through Skull Island. We'll come to them. So as Kate is trying to reason with Kentaro, okay, before she's sent off to the helicopter, which can we just say real quick? Okay, she's sent off to the helicopter, and this is
she's dragged. She's dragged to the helicopter.
She's dragged to the helicopter. Shout out to Amato. He's not here either. He couldn't be on this pod, but he was talking to us about his thoughts, and he's like, the one thing I want you to bring up, what was with the security at the helicopter? Like, what is going on the helipad?
Yeah.
Justin, what is happening there?
Okay, so there's plenty of security to get her to the helicopter, open the door, and throw her in. But as soon as the door closes, literally everybody on the helipad, they are gone. And it's just the pilot, maybe a co-pilot. I don't remember if I saw a co-pilot. But
maybe.
There's a pilot, maybe a co-pilot, and then her just sitting there free, not locked in there, just free, and everybody else around them is gone, which... I said this off the pod, but like every movie and TV show you've ever seen with a helicopter helipad, there's somebody directing the helicopter or somebody in the vicinity keeping the safety. Yep, swirling.
Yeah.
Yep, all that
little
stuff.
Batons.
And that was not the case, where Kate could easily just open the door and run away.
It's so, and then she's like this master, like she's so elusive. That they can't find her. I mean, oh my gosh.
Dude, when the soldiers were coming down the hallway and she's trying to get into the door, and when they turn the corner and she's like not there, I'm like,
Dude, you know what I wish they would have done? Seriously.
She's
behind the door. No, she's behind the door, and that was she got through. There's like those pipes there. I'm like, dude, she's tiny. I want her to just be like hiding behind the pipes against the wall.
That's true.
And like, that would have been better. I was like, dude, that's clever. Like, she's tiny. She got away with that, Okay. Anyways, helipad thing, ridiculous, comes back to bite them. But as Kate is yelling at Kentaro, you can't trust her. One thing I didn't like is Isabel's talking about going to the future, all this stuff. Kate is like trying to console Kentaro, which, by the way, in his eyes, and, legitimately, it's her fault that Hiroshi's dead, ultimately.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
To some extent, she probably feels like she couldn't control what she was feeling with Titan X in Chile, but, like, it is kind of her fault that her dad's dead. It's also her fault that Titan X is even here because she pressed that button, right, which she apologized for. But as she is trying to console Kentaro, she is like, we can't bring him back. That won't work. And I'm like, dude, he's not trying to bring him back. Like, chill out. What's done is done. He's dead. And the whole episode goes on. And Kentaro's talking to Isabel. He's feeling jaded. He slips out when she's celebrating. Titan X is about to be controlled by all this stuff. Kentaro meets up with Kate at the very end, Justin, and literally, like a deranged maniac, says to her, we can save him. We can save Dad. Or whatever the hell he said.
Yeah.
And I literally, like, I'm watching the episode, and I'm like, again, I was mostly pretty positive on this episode. And then when they hit that ending, I was like, oh my God. Like, so Kentaro actually thinks that the time travel can go back, which again, we've seen Lee kind of do it talking to himself, but he himself physically didn't go back. So it's just, Justin, please help me.
Interesting.
Time travel. What is going on here with Kentaro?
Okay, so my thought process here is we got the scene where Shaw's talking to his younger self via frequency, right? Hiroshi, when was Hiroshi in Access Mundi? Was he? His year that he was gone. So if they can find the right frequency to reach that specific time, they can warn Hiroshi about the events of Titan X and alter history. T-Roll, I know. Ready? Time travel. This is all the whole Hitler thing. Do you go back in time? You kill Hitler when he's a baby, and World War II, World War I never happened, right? Like, but then the world is forever on a different trajectory. It's
different,
right?
Yeah, right.
So I think what Kentaro's thinking is they are able to communicate with Hiroshi while he's in Access Mundi, like Shaw did with himself, and warn him, hey, Titan X, you're going to encounter him with Kate and myself later on in life. When you get out of there, I want you to know that you're in danger and not to do that. That's what he's probably thinking, how to save his dad.
Okay, I hear that, and I can see that, but I do wonder, why does Kentaro feel the need to align himself with Isabel to accomplish that, to reach that end? Because Lee did it without that help.
But here's the thing. He was not with any of them while that was going on. So maybe he didn't experience that, and Isabel was the one that told him it's possible. And so now he thinks that's the only way to do it, is her way, and listening to her and doing her thing, right? But if he essentially Lee, Keiko, what's it called? Kate, and then Zook, they all went off into their own thing and did not bring Kentaro at all, right? Kentaro was in Thailand. He was doing his own thing. So he has no idea. They didn't have time in the middle of Godzilla attacking to debrief and say, hey, oh, by the way, and Shaw didn't even tell anybody until he wouldn't even tell Keiko. He said, I'll tell you about that.
You're right.
I'll tell you about that another time. So nobody knows about this right now. So maybe Isabel does, and Isabel mentioned a way to try to stop this from happening, and they could stop G-Day by warning somebody in the 60s.
Okay,
I don't know.
By warning Billy, maybe.
Ooh, was he in Access Mundi though? He has to be in Access Mundi.
It was. Yeah. Okay, hear me out. I wish Shimada was here because this would be some great rewriting opportunities, right?
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. But my thing is, like, that would be helpful for the audience to see Isabel have that kind of information would legitimize her.
Correct. Yes, you're right.
She's just so, like, if I tell you I have to know that you're in, she told him when they're in the Uber, remember? The taxi or whatever. It's like, there's been nothing to give her credibility aside from apparently her name, which I don't even know her last name because I don't care.
Simmons.
I know. I get it, but like daddy's little girl, adopted or whatever. But it's like, that's good. Like if there's, dude, because you know how you do that? If that's true, You know how you do that? It was around the same time that Lee was talking to himself in the past when Kentaro was talking to Isabel at the beginning of their whatever the heck they are, right? How cool would it be if she was describing something that we were seeing with Lee talking to Lee?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, I really wish Amato was here. He would be writing this so much better.
Oh, dang. Yep.
But it's like, if that's true, if Kentaro has been led down, those breadcrumbs have been cast and he's, eating it up. It's like, you're going to really wait until the literal finale of potentially the entire series to let us in on the fact that that's what he's believing? Like, that's what he got from his conversation with Isabel. Isabel's playing him, but he thinks she's playing her, or he thinks he's playing her.
Yeah.
That's the part where it's like, that line at the end was amazing because I was like, oh my God, he really believes that. Talking to you now makes me think, of course, all bets are off with time travel with Axis Mundi. We get that.
True. Very true.
Like, give me something more to stand on.
No, I agree.
When I'm watching it. So.
Yeah. I think, like, before we get into, like, the good stuff, because we haven't talked about the good stuff yet.
That's true.
Yeah. Like, you talk about who's playing who. Like, how about this? Dude, let's play a little buy or sell. This is penultimate.
Okay, let's got it. What do you got anything?
Yeah, so we talked about Isabel, right? I was going to say buy or sell the finale. Isabel will become actually relevant.
Sell. Well, what do you mean by actually relevant? Because
she's been, we've not cared about her. She's been pretty insignificant as far as like.
Because let me flip it. Buy or sell, in the finale, Isabel dies because of like Titan X or something.
Yeah. I mean, she's playing it close to the chest right now. She really is.
Yeah, he's like, can we go inside? She's like, no, I want to see that. Dude, that's a Titan, bro. Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I sell that she dies just because I think there's something more there.
Do you buy that she becomes relevant?
Sadly, I think that there's a plan that we have not been shared with the audience that I think is going to contribute to either movies or something else that she's a part of, and I'm trying to.
Dude, it better be epic. It better be so epic because I have not felt this level of apathy towards a character that I'm supposed to care about in a long time. Yeah. In a long time, dude. So if you're right about that, that's interesting. Okay. You got any other buy or sells?
Yeah. Actually, buy or sell, Godzilla will make an appearance again.
Current day appearance, not flashback. I'm going to sell that. Because I think what. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
So if it's on Skull Island, it's definitely a sell because we've seen that he's not going to go there. Do you think that means that something happens off of Skull Island?
No, it would have to happen on Skull Island, I think. And I want as much as I want to buy that, as much as I do, I am going to sell it. The only reason I'm thinking about buying it is because it's the last episode of the season / series, right? Why would you not bring your big dog, your big money-making, franchise-building, king of kings, you bring them on in the finale? Like, it's like, you got to do it.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I can't really answer that.
Yeah.
Outside of them saying, like, well, he did his job.
Yeah.
You know, which if they're trying to be truthful to the rest of the universe that they've created on the big screen, he doesn't go to Skull Island. What are we doing here? You know, like you can't just square peg in a round hole. Like he's got a role to play. Yeah. So
I will say I have, I guess, maybe one more buy or sell. Okay, buy or sell. Shaw will die.
I was gonna buy or sell asking you one of the main characters, Shaw, Keiko, Lee, or Kentaro, Kate, May, one of them die, to which I was going to say buy. I think someone's going to die.
Yeah. I think someone is going to die, and I actually do think it is going to be Shaw.
Yeah, just because he's old?
Yeah, he's old, and he so far has played that cowboy role, like, I'm going to go and take care of this myself, that kind of thing, right? So why, I mean, he's going to be the one. Like, I mean, I feel like, I don't know. We'll see.
Or the only other one I could see would be Keiko, just because she's like kind of living on borrowed time a little bit, you know?
That is true, actually. Yeah, because she's technically considered dead for a long time.
I mean, she was only there for 57 days, which is so sad.
So insane.
Like 2 months, you know? Speaking of dying, it's not by herself, but I thought I didn't think she was gonna die, but when May gets scooped up, I was like, yes, yes, yes,
yes.
Courtney's my wife's like, what do you want her to die? I was like, I just want something to happen in this show, you know?
Yeah.
And she's annoying, so I was like, yeah, whatever, dude.
Might as well.
I knew. I mean, it's obvious she's not gonna die there. She's not gonna die from some B-list. Dude, which, by the way, whatever the heck those things were, frightening.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Mouths in their stomachs or whatever that was, like the middle of their bodies.
Transition to good here because, dude, that thing looked incredible. Like, when you first see the vine move and then they do like this like cinematic shot upwards towards the trees and you can barely see it, it looks like a shadow / bug / tree /
right.
Dude, I don't even know. And it's like moving through the treetops, and it looked incredible, man. Like even the way the head was like kind of like a triangle-ish type of look, and then the stomach was the mouth,
and there's like 4 of them.
Oh man, it was
when it grabs that one girl or guy, I don't know, I can't remember. It grabs someone and they go directly up and get eaten, cut in half. I was like, oh dear God, like that is a frightening death.
No, it was that was a cool sequence. Like that whole sequence was really cool.
Buy or sell, ready?
Oh yeah.
The guy that Tim rebukes, he dies. Buy or sell?
Oh, I'm buying anybody who's not a main character is meaningless.
Tim is getting all those people killed.
Oh, for sure. And then cherry on top is he walks away and he's like, it's good being in command. Like, what the heck? Timmy.
He's like, I'm sorry I was a dick, but it's good to be in charge for once.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
I'm glad you feel that way. That's good. But, that one you could have just kept on the inside, Yeah.
What does that say about his leadership style?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim. So, Tim and May and 2 of the guards are split up from Keiko and Lee. Now, all right, let's finish here. Keiko, she finds
camera.
She finds the camera,
pouch,
and she's so mad at Billy. Why? Help me understand what she was mad in that moment. Why was she mad, Justin? She already knew that he went there.
Yeah.
Was she just mad because he died on the field without, like, she already knows that he abandoned Hiroshi. So what is she mad about in that moment?
So it's kind of a twofold thing. Like she's mad about sending Hiroshi away, but she's mad because she, at this moment, thinking that he sent Hiroshi away so that he could continue his research on these rifts and Titans and Skull Island, and her mindset, Hiroshi was just getting in the way. So therefore, I'm sending him away so I can continue to research Skull Island and not have to worry about Hiroshi or anything moving forward, to which then she justifies it, quote unquote, like justifies it later on by finding those prongs. But yeah, that's what I think it is.
Okay. Because I was like, you knew he was here. You knew he left Hiroshi. I just didn't understand.
It was one of those where like she was, you cared about your job more than your family, and even the flashback we saw, remember with young Zook, he was like, you're willing to abandon your family that you have now and search for the family that you are lost, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so that right there is what she's thinking.
I know. And I get it, but it's like, that doesn't feel like new information where I'm like, how are you mourning this now? But
because maybe she didn't want to believe it. I think she didn't want to believe it because the Billy that she knew is not the Billy that is the one that left Hiroshi, and so in her mind she was like, that can't be true. I'm not going to buy it. And then this is the proof. This is the proof on top of everything that the research and all that kind of stuff that she's been uncovering along the way. He was invested in his work. He was so consumed where Hiroshi was a problem to him in her eyes.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyways, a few moments later, they're at the main rift spot where it's explained all these little, we'll call them time capsules, probes. There you go. It's even better. That's what they actually said. Have these notes in them. And apparently he's throwing them in, they suspect, all over the world, but then they're coming out there.
Yeah.
And it's kind of poetic that he wrote these notes with the hopes that she would find them. Message in a bottle settings here, It was a pretty cool ending in that regard.
Yeah, it was. And it was the I mean, it was a very quick redemption arc as far as like
Yeah.
she cursed him, literally dropped to her knees, cursed him, and said, "Why?" Like, and then mere moments later, she's sitting on a rock, tearful, like really cherishing the letter that she got to read, which was like the quote unquote wedding vows of that he never got to.
That's
to
right.
give.
That's right.
And so, yeah, it was very poetic.
The roller coaster of this was intense for sure. So what happens next, man? We're in the last episode coming up, potentially of the series. Any other thoughts, theories? I mean, it feels like we're gonna get a Titan X Kong battle.
We're getting a big monster battle. You got to end this on a big monster battle. I do feel like one of these other players in this game, right? Either it's Monarch, Apex, or Shaw and crew. One of them's got to go down. One of them's got to lose or be off the board or something, because these are the three storylines. Like Apex, I guess they're off now. I guess they're not really technically involved.
Yeah, but I still kind of view Isabel as Apex. I know they say that they're not, but she's I don't know. But again, I don't really get it.
Well, yeah. Okay, so Isabel's, that whole storyline is getting wrapped up, which I don't even know how. Like, is that going to carry on? Monarch, as of right now, it's rescue right now? That's what they're trying to get Kate back and Kentaro back. Like, that's...
Yeah, they are.
But I don't really feel like there's investment there, besides, obviously, they're friends. But my thing is, like, why is this government organization, like Director Barris, they were minutes away from launching nukes at Australia, and now what are they doing in the background while Tim is rescuing his friends? There's got to be some resolve there with Monarch, and then I don't know.
It's a really good point. That's a really good point. They're on their way to Skull Island. Are they just not reporting where they're going?
I think that's what the case is. Yeah, I think they're telling. He mentioned something about telling Barris to go look here, and it's not where they're going, and so it was a misdirect. And so, will that play out to be something or mean something else?
Tim, you sly dog.
Oh yeah. But then, like Shaw and crew, like, are they going to humanely? Right? Remember, like how they said it inhuman, and they're not. They're monsters. They're not humans.
Right.
Are they going to find a humane way to return Titan X to its home, or are they going to watch
with her egg?
With her egg, yeah. Or are they going to watch Kong destroy this Titan X, and then they actually put the egg back in Nexus Mundi? Maybe that's what's going to play out. Yeah.
Again, I still feel bad for Titan X, man. Like, I really do.
There are way too many storylines to wrap up in this last episode, and I have a really strong feeling that we're going to see like early MCU television here, when you can never land a plane. Yep, too much.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I have a strong feeling. Okay. Well, this was fun, man. I wish Jordan and Shimada were here, but this was a good conversation. I think we went longer than we thought we would, but
we did. Yeah,
that's what happens when you're talking about a show that's, to their credit, at least with this one, there's a lot to talk about. You know, there's been some episodes in this season where it was like, oh, what are we going to talk about? There's a lot happening here, so thankful for that. Thankful for all of our listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening. We want to remind you to please subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening. And please, if you really want to help us out, leave a comment, leave a review, and share this podcast with your friends. Okay, that's the best way you can help us out. With all that in mind, for my good friend, Justin Sandoval, this is T-Roll saying thank you so much for listening to the Royal Geek Podcast. We will see you next time, you peasants.